Personal thing, but
Hello, everyone.
hi.
Yay,
Sunday
we're live.
Beer. Yay.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
So, today what we're going to do is, in celebration of Mardi Gras, we're going to do beers from Louisiana.
Yay.
We're going to do Abita beers, which I already have the first one up, accidentally. So, yay. So, surprise, we're doing grapefruit honey first.
Yay. Good. I've only had one type of Abita, so this is exciting for me. I love Purple Haze, which we'll do later. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know you wanted to pick something that's like easily accessible that people can
Right.
actually get.
So,
You know.
I mean, one of the
in
ideas
most
I had
places.
was to try to get beers that everyone can do it. Hey, Neo. Welcome just in time.
Hi. Perfect timing.
Was to find beers that you can find in your marketplace too, theoretically. I mean, there will be some beers that we don't do that you can get everywhere, but
Yeah.
figured this was one at least.
And if you live in a different country, we really can't help you with that. So.
Yeah, that's your fault.
that's
gotta
your
move-
problem.
You just got to move to the U.S. That's what it comes down to.
To his house.
Yes,
He's got room, so.
exactly. So I guess let's start off with the first one.
Okay. Here, I'll model it beautifully. Very excited.
So what we're going to do today is all of the beers we're doing, we're also going to pair up with King Cake, which we have a very lovely strawberry cream cheese King Cake
And I promise, Goldie, you can still have some. Promise.
Put that right there. All right. So first one we have.
No worries, Goldie. You'll get cake. We'll probably bring it to you in bed as well. So stop whining. Thank you.
So this first one is their harvest seasonal right now.
Ooh.
I actually bought these beers in a 12-pack called their Party Pack, which will come with all of the beers that we have featured, with the exception of the Mardi Gras beer.
You got way more than I did. Okay.
That's true.
There's still more to drink. It's fine.
Well, we also don't have a spit bucket, but we will just enjoy them. So this
You can
is.
just open the window and chuck it out the window.
Hopefully, my neighbors are out there.
Just drink and get drunk. Yes, Goldie. We're gonna work on that.
Yes,
Woo!
because that is the point of the stream, is
Exactly.
to get.
Drink and get drunk.
This isn't a Goldilocks and the Bear stream. Sorry,
Where they get drunk and get high.
something like that.
I like the smell.
So a lot
We
of
love
grapefruit
you,
on this one.
Goldie. Yeah.
So this one you can definitely get in the party pack. You can also get by itself. It, like I said, it is a seasonal. I know at the beginning of March, on March the 3rd, I think their new one releases, which is going to be their strawberry lager,
Ooh.
which is their most popular seasonal when it comes to fruit beers. But this one I think is really nice. I think I've had this before.
Doesn't smell as citrusy as I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you
What-
definitely get a lot of notes of grapefruit on it.
Style of beer is it?
So this is a lager.
Okay.
It's 4.2 alcohol
Okay.
with German lager yeast, Pilsner and wheat malt, and German traditional hops.
Yeah. It's got the coloring of more like a lager, a Hefeweizen or something like that. Not quite as thick as a Hefeweizen.
Just very light.
All right. I don't know about this one.
I mean, you definitely get a lot of... You get a lot of the citrus on the mouthfeel of it, but it is very much a lager first, and then on the back of it.
Like, it's not so much that I would, like, put a grapefruit wedge on it or something like that.
No, which...
It's not that much.
Although you do get enough citrus on it that I think it's nice, it's refreshing.
Yeah, but I think for me it's more
Did
the
I say
honey.
mouthfeel? Sorry. Yes, that it is a word, but I will try to dumb it down for Goldie.
What does mouthfeel mean?
Mouthfeel just means basically what you get in your mouth. What evokes from the flavoring.
Okay. I think for me it's the honey. There's too much of the honey.
It is very sweet,
and
though.
so it dampens the citrusness.
Which I don't think is a bad thing, though.
No. It's not like last week. It's flat LaCroix water.
Right.
Thank God.
So I guess let's go ahead and start on this. And, of course, clink the knives and forks right next to the mic. That's a good idea, too.
We're professionals.
Of course.
All right. Let me see. You want to take the plate?
Yes.
And then I will open this. Here's our lovely king cake. Yay. It's pretty cool, right? I've not had a king cake in a really long time, I'm going to be honest.
Goldie has had, this will be her third king cake.
This week?
In the past week and a half. Do you want me to just cut it, or?
Yeah, just cut it. I'll take a little piece.
I just want to make sure I'm not cutting your hand.
I'd appreciate that. If you feel the cardboard, stop. How about that?
I feel cardboard.
Whatever, Goldie. You got to do what makes you happy.
All right.
Did you ever find the ice cream?
No, sadly not.
Of course not. This looks pretty good, though.
Um,
Aw, CX face.
So if you're ever in Louisiana, I will say that Abita does do non-alcoholic root beers as well, and sodas.
Oh.
The root beer is actually very good. If you can ever find it, I highly suggest it. But during this season, another thing they do is king cake soda, which you can only get in Louisiana. But I wouldn't mind trying that either.
But why?
Because why not?
So when I was at the grocery store, we were all kind of being like, what is king cake? And I was like, well, it's not really cake per se.
Whichever you want.
I don't care. Pick your favorite. It is a pastry. Okay, I'm not crazy then. It's a pastry. Okay, let's see how this one stacks up.
And I'm not saying Goldie ate all of the king cakes. I did actually take some of it to work as well.
Alright. Ooh, I got a lot. Really good. And with the beer, it's pretty damn good too. Now, do king cakes normally have flavors in them? I didn't realize that was a thing. Or is that what you were asking, Goldie? Was like just cream cheese filling? Because this has strawberry.
Right.
But it's good. I love that it's just us talking to Goldie.
That's fine. I mean,
But she's the best.
Neo's here. Too, but
He's just watching this.
he's like our bouncer right now. He's sitting there by the door saying no.
Especially the guy from last week. What? White Jaguar.
Yeah,
I was
whatever.
like, what the hell? All right. So we.
No, he's not. He's worth full.
So are we rating these like last week? What do you want to do?
No, I mean, we can just say, like, does it work with king cake is our
The
rating.
answer is yes. It does work very well with king cake, in my opinion.
I actually think it kind of takes away. It neutralizes both flavors. I think
I can see
the
that.
sweetness of the honey and the
Oh,
sweetness
yeah.
of the cake, I think, actually neutralizes both. Where you just kind of have, I'm not going to say flat, but it doesn't really accentuate one or the other.
In my opinion, that's kind of how I feel about this beer. It feels a little flat, like it was left out for a little bit. In a good way?
I actually really like this one. I think I would definitely drink this one if I were at a party or something.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely have a couple of them. Maybe not a whole six-pack of it, but...
But I think the honey, for me, is what makes it feel a little flat. Because it drops that in a good way. Yeah, I know, it sounded stupid. Thank you, Goldie. No, like, it diminishes the other flavors.
I definitely agree with that. Hey, Arcane, how are you doing?
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
That was good. Well, mine was smaller than yours.
Yeah, but you didn't have to slam it down there.
Oh, right in front of the mic, too. I'm sorry.
I really like this one.
Oh, good.
I will enjoy the other full beer that I have left.
Thanks, Arcane.
Yay, thank you for the follow.
Yay.
All right.
So we started with grapefruit. Are we going in kind of like color order?
So I went from what I feel is going to be lightest-ish to darkest.
Cool. That sounds like a good plan.
So next one we have is Purple Haze.
Yay! I love this one. I'm biased already.
That's not the right book. So the other reason I did this one is because, again, it's another lager.
It's really good, Goldie. It's got a interesting taste.
Yes. I'd almost say you would like this one, but it's a beer. You don't differentiate one or the other. We've tried with fruit beers with you, and it doesn't work as well as I would hope it would. What's in that Rudy's cup?
Ice.
Okay.
But
Do you
we
want
can
to use that as her?
Yeah, you can use it. I have my water over here. No, not at all.
Nope, just a friend. A friend who...
Not that there's anything wrong with Tucker. Thank you. But no. So I always love the guy on this, the Purple Haze guy. He's pretty cool. He looks like that character in Prince and the Frog, or the Princess and the Frog. Princess.
Was
and
it
is that
Dr.
what it is?
Facilier?
Yeah, Dr.
The villain.
Yes.
Keith David.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Things you learn.
Or is it David Keith? No, it's Keith David. David Keith is the old white guy from the 80s.
Cool story. Okay.
I know, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, Arcane. This is Cease. I'm Tucker. This is What's the Hops?
Beer.
We just discussed beer.
Beer!
We do a themed beer every week. This week,
It's our
obviously,
first
is
one.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras! Woo!
Last week we did game day beers, so we did all the big beers.
Awful.
Miller, Bud, Coors. It was harrowing, to say the least.
I learned...
We did that one last week, yeah.
Yeah, that it's bad. And it tastes... Was that the one that we decided tasted like flat LaCroix? I think it was the Coors.
I think that was the Coors Light was the one that we said.
We decided it tasted like flat LaCroix water.
Yeah.
That's been like sitting out all day. The
Oh, no,
cat
it was Keystone.
Really,
It was Keystone
really,
that was
really
the...
wants into the room.
I know. I can see.
Poor kitty.
I can see him.
Do you have a favorite one, Arcane? Is Bud Light your go-to? Because it's not.
All right.
Okay. So what style of beer is this one?
Again, this is a lager.
Okay.
This one's 4.2 alcohol. Made with German lager yeast, Pilsner and wheat again, and then Vanguard for the hops. So a little difference on that. Oh, that's too bad.
Hi, Arcane.
And we have to ban now. Sorry.
So does that mean he can't watch or he just can't comment? I have to learn all this lingo and stuff.
That means that I don't know. I think he just can't come in anymore.
Yeah. Goldie, what does it mean? Does it mean like he's not watching or he just can't comment? I think she left.
Yeah.
I think she went to get food.
Well,
so we haven't given our king cake yet. Okay. So he can still watch.
Oh, okay.
So
he can still watch.
Nothing personal. But if you're 11...
Yeah, sorry, you have to be 18 or over to be in this chat.
Yeah,
so.
We're drinking beer and cursing.
Yes.
Not a lot. Okay. But this is one of my favorite beers.
So come back in 7 years. Maybe we'll unban you.
What 11-year-old wants to watch this stream on a Sunday morning or afternoon?
It's afternoon. It's after 1 Central Time. Or 10 o'clock Hawaii time.
Thank you. All right.
In case anyone cares. Anyhow, so as I put my foot in the king cake.
Woo! It's already a party.
So on the nose, I mean, still very lagery, but you do get some fruit on it.
Yeah. This one I like because it's like, what is it? It's like is it raspberry? I think it's raspberry. And it's really subtle. And raspberry is one of my favorite flavors, but it still tastes like beer. It doesn't taste like a super sweet, like Hefeweizen. Like, I like Hefeweizens, but you get a lot of sugar. You don't get a lot of sugar taste from this, which I like. But you get that kind of that. I love beer too.
Hey, Plain.
It's good. I like this. We're drinking the Abita Purple Haze, as you can see from the little emblem over here. I'm like, I keep like, yeah, I point that way.
And he keeps trying to grab my head. He's holding my head right now.
2 headsets. Kind of, yeah.
Anyhow, so with this...
We don't really need one for this. We're not playing anything. So he has one to make sure that we sound okay. But
in fact,
we don't really need it.
Don't really need it.
Yeah.
I don't need the Zydeco music in my head. So with this one, it is available, again, in 6-packs. Like you were saying, it is probably their best-known one.
Yeah. It's really good when you get it off tap, too, which you can get a lot here in Texas and, of course, in Louisiana.
It's also available in 12-packs, in cans and bottles, depending on your market. I believe it was about $8 for a 6-pack. More.
I'm very subtle. Can I have your headset? I don't know. Can you?
I don't know how you would do that.
Maybe.
It might have been.
Purple Haze, yeah.
I unfortunately did not do my research enough to see that. I think it's just because of...
I wouldn't be surprised, Neo.
It could have very well been. I thought it was just because of the swirling of the colors maybe at one point.
Yeah. But
It is definitely hazy. I mean, you can see it's not exactly clear. There is a little bit of something to it. Maybe a little lager yeast they left.
Yeah.
But that's very well. I mean, they could very well have been.
Yeah, it's got like a little bit of a berry color to it, which makes sense. So it's not quite red, but it's not like a true orange.
Hi again, Plain. But Neil, if I'm actually not mistaken, I think you're right. I think the old label did have a Jimi Hendrix-like person on it.
Well, no, the old labels were just purple and gray. And they just said Abita. Let me look it up on the internet. Aren't you at your computer, Neil? You can look it up.
No, they actually rebranded very recently.
Yeah, because they used to just have different colors. So the Abita was just said Abita Purple Haze. It was purple and had. So it's American style wheat beer with raspberry puree added after filtration. So you may see raspberry pulp in the beer, which is a haze. Let's see. Is that Milo?
Yeah. That's the little paw coming out of the door there.
Well, you know what, Plain? If you can't even spell buy correctly, no, I'm not going to buy you a headset.
And Plain, you ask one more time, and we're going to have to time you out.
What? There's no one else here. What do I care?
It's a little annoying.
Okay.
All right. So anyhow,
All right. I'm going to put that away. You figure it out, Neo, so I'm not sitting here on my phone.
nice and light.
I like it. Mm-hmm.
Definitely has like a little purplish tinge to it too.
Yeah. It's like
it's reddish.
Like you,
reddish, purplish.
The color you guys have got is probably a little bit more orangey, but it's definitely more pinkish or purplish. Yeah.
Definitely very easy drinking.
It's one of my favorites. It does pair really well with a lot of
even,
things. We gotta have another king cake.
Haven't even done the king cake this time.
Damn it!
We've just been sitting here enjoying.
That was really good. Just in general with a king cake. I mean, it hasn't been sitting out either. I think this was made either today or yesterday. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, I approve of that. Healthy beer! Woo!
Nice.
Why? Because it has fruit in it. Okay. Bye.
All right. 5-minute ban.
We just did.
Or 5-minute timeout.
Yeah.
Neo's busy looking at research for us.
Yeah,
so
he's
I can do it.
We
I'm
can't
right in
give him
front here.
all the tasks.
I can do it.
Okay. I think it goes really well with the king cake, personally. That's true. And raspberry, I think raspberry is one of the super fruits. Blueberry, blackberry, raspberry.
Acai.
Yeah, things like that. Well, probably acai and blueberry.
What are them other
than...
superfruits?
Bananas. Super fruits.
Isn't that jelly you used to have?
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Oh.
We've got nerd jokes for days. Neo is a superfruit. Neo, just superfruit.
Just superfruit.
Just superfruit. Do it.
I think I heard a laugh from the other room too.
Or barfing.
So I think Goldie actually liked her own joke. All right.
Or she's burping. One of the two.
One of the two. She's burping like a baby. All right. So anyhow.
All right. Yay! More beer.
King cake. Yeah, I think that works.
I think it will well.
I think it works as well as maybe the first one did.
Yeah. Well, I will say also, like, if we had the apple cake, I don't think it would have gone as well. But that's why I like drinking Purple Haze when I'm just drinking and I'm not eating things, because it tastes really nice by itself.
Right. Good answer.
Yeah.
So that one's gone. So next one is their other classic, which is the Amber.
I like this label.
Very vodka.
Experience the magic of Purple Haze. Clouds of real raspberries swirl in this tart and tantalizing lager, inspired by the good spirits and dark mysteries in New Orleans. Brewed with Pilsner and wheat malts. That makes sense. You can taste that.
Oh, you know
but,
what?
Neil, that doesn't necessarily mean, but they make, it's probably like a thing where, like,
There we go.
I don't know. It's probably, not a about Jimi, but the Jimi Hendrix line obviously inspired it.
Yeah. Yeah, what you wrote is exactly what's on the label.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
like you said, it could very well be inspired by. They just don't have to say it, because if they did, they could also be sued by his estate, and nobody wants that.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh no, because Purple Haze, it's an
It's an ASCAP
a turn
song.
of phrase. But yeah, so there's things like that. It's like they're sayings, but they're also songs. So if you're saying it's inspired from the song, then you're taking the song title, and ASCAP then comes in. But if you're saying, no, it's just Purple Haze, which was out well before Jimi Hendrix ever wrote the song, then it's
Right.
like...
It's like if you were to make a beer called Lucy in the Sky with Ryman's,
Yeah.
because it's a rye beer.
Don't do that, guys.
No, I think you could get away with it because you're not directly saying the word.
Yeah. But then there's all sorts of beer. Like, wasn't there one, like, there's one in Austin from it, like, he puts the lotion in the basket. That's the name of the beer. And I was like...
Yeah. That's actually from Austin Beer Works, and it's a really good beer, too.
Yeah. Oh, we need to do Austin Beer Works. We were talking about that last week.
Yeah.
So this one's way darker. What style is this?
So this is an amber beer.
Okay. Well, like the big word that says amber on it? Or is that what you mean?
Let me pull up.
Excuse me. Well, I guess this guy.
So this is still considered a lager. Ambers are still lagers.
Like it. It's a pretty good color.
Hey, Demento.
Hi. How's it going? Hitting on dudes.
How's it going, Aaron?
I need more water. I have too much of the last one in my mouth. Hold on. That sounds so wrong.
So, I do have to say this. I mean, just to preface, ambers aren't always my favorites. Ambers, reds, they're not always my favorite. It has to be... It can't be the standard for me.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It
Though.
is.
I'm liking it. This one has a nice...
This one I did find when... The last time we went to New Orleans, this was my go-to beer everywhere. Just because...
I can see that, yeah.
Abita is found... I mean, it's the standard beer everywhere. I mean, you find it just as much as you do Budweiser, Miller Coors, sometimes even more, you find this. And the amber is the one that you will find all the time.
I definitely wouldn't call it sweet.
It can be. This one...
I just...
I don't know if
Some of them are.
It does have a little sweetness to it. I can see
more
what you mean.
sweetness than spicy, but yeah.
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 Correct. So this one, like I said, already, again, lager. It's 4.5 alcohol, so not very heavy.
Ale.
Very easy drinking.
Yeah. So this would be, if you're looking for like a standard, I'm trying to find a comparable.
German lager yeast, pale and caramel malts, and German pearl hops.
Yeah. It's nice. It's
So
very
classical,
sturdy.
very classical, very easy drinking.
Not too dark, not too light. Yep.
And I think
What's
I saw
an
you.
apple ale. Is that made with apple? Well, obviously it's made with apple.
Yeah.
I like it with a king cake, but I don't think it's
No, it's good.
accentuating or depreciating. You should totally do that, Neo, and then tell us what you're drinking. Unless it's Bud Light,
Yeah,
and then we're
absolutely.
going to judge you.
Well, I try to tweet out like the beers that we're doing early on, so that if you want to join, you're welcome to. It doesn't have to be all of them, but at least you can try one or two and see.
Yeah, Like here in Austin at HEBs, they have racks where you can buy just individual ones if you don't want to get a huge like 6-pack, obviously. But like he said, these ones came in a party pack, so he just got the one, right?
I got the party pack and then
You got like hair.
yeah,
It's like, there is Goldie wig hair everywhere.
yes. We're in Goldie Studio here, so
Yeah. Thanks, Goldie.
thank you very much for the
And she was super helpful. She also helped us put up the lovely music. Well, Stella's good. Stella
Both of them
Artois.
are good.
Yeah.
Are good answers. Even though
I think
Stella's
that'd be
owned by
great.
Anheuser-Busch, boo, it's still a good beer.
But hey, them and Matt Dane are providing water to people, so that's important. Matt Damon. I don't know why I said Matt Dane. Wasn't it a commercial during the Super Bowl? That's what I heard.
Sure. I
Nobody?
guess so.
Just me? Okay, fine.
Well, I mean, at least they weren't crapping on peach. What was it? Peach pumpkin ales again. I think they learned their lesson that year.
Agree. Damn it, Goldie.
Damn you.
I don't know. She outweighed it by helping out. We can't ever block her or time her out. Unless she starts being racist.
I don't know. I mean, I think this still works with the king cake.
Yeah. But like I said, it doesn't really take away or enhance it in any way.
No, it's just
there.
it's just one of those things. It goes with everything. It'll go with barbecue. It'll go with mud bugs, especially. It'll go with king cake.
Yeah.
It's one of those non-offending beers that just matches everything.
Yeah.
It's not going to go plus. It's not going to go minus, but it'll just smooth what you're eating.
Yeah. Agree. I like it. I'm still drinking it. Like we're talking, and I'm like, I'm going to just keep drinking this.
But getting back to singles, I know if you have a Total Wine, they have a really good selection of singles. Sometimes it's just because a 6-pack broke, and so they'll just put those out. I will actually warn you a little bit. If it's a lesser known beer, something that won't move as quickly or it's more expensive, some of those may be kind of what are called shelf turds, which are things that will just sit on the shelf for a while and may be a lot older.
Are they labeled like when they were bottled or
Some of
Best
them,
Buy? I know
some of them will. These are not.
Because they came in a pack.
Right.
So the pack has the information on
Something
it.
like this, I don't think it's going to be a shelf turd. I mean, people will
Right.
buy this because it's going to be inexpensive. It'll be maybe $2 for a single. Nothing too offensive.
You know, I find like get to know your local rep or whatever their name is. You know, always be nice to them. In
Absolutely.
general, if you want free things or to be told about things, they are the go-to people. You've done it before. You're more in wine, but you know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I did before. Was I was a beer and wine vendor and also seller. I've done both sides, both on the packaging side of selling it to stores and then also selling it to customers and then speaking to the reps. So yeah, I mean, definitely be nice to everyone, especially the people at the store. I mean, if
In general, you should always do that to anybody.
That's true.
Except for Goldie.
Except for Goldie.
Except for Goldie.
No, still be nice to Goldie. But I mean, if you get to know your local beer person, they'll definitely let you know if any rare beers are coming out. I know some of my very regulars that I used to have. I would know them so well that if I had a rare beer coming out, I would kind of set one aside, not really tell anyone. And then they came in, they're like, oh, do you have any more? It's like, oh, no, they're sold out, except for you. Just because you knew they were going to come in. They're good to you. They're nice. You just shoot the shit about beer. It's fun to talk to them, and so it kind of helps out.
Yeah.
I love, Three Floyds I've always wanted to have.
That sounds really cool.
It does not come down this way.
We'll have to get you to ship us some, you know.
Ship us some olive oil or barbecue sauce.
Can you not ship beer?
Nope.
Really? But you can take it on a plane. I know. Semantics and legality.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh. Nice.
All right.
That's the advantage of Chicago.
I have family in Chicago, Neil. I'll just come and visit. And you can take me.
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to next week is... Yes, exactly. The pizza invite. Next week, what we're going to be doing is... Goldie and I are going to Orlando for my brother's wedding. And we're going to be drinking around the world at Epcot at one point. So that's going to be fun.
I don't get to go. I mean, I can't really invite myself to your brother's wedding.
I mean, you could.
It would be weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could invite myself to Orlando. I don't really need to go to your brother's
It's like,
wedding.
hey, you're here.
All right.
Okay,
So where are we going next?
So that was number 3 in our Tales of Mardi Gras here. Just getting a little water here because don't want to get dehydrated or got to drink responsibly.
Drunk.
That too.
I mean, that's what I did yesterday. A lot of beer. This is what happens when you host parties and then people leave a shit ton of beer in your house. And then you go to the movies.
Well, luckily you have a lot of good beer at your house.
Yes.
All right.
I have friends who bought good beer. It was nice. I know. It's so hard.
It's so tough.
So hard. And I still have a lot of beer in my... But sometimes you have a party and then you end up with like a bunch of Keystone and like Lone Star, and though it's drinkable, like I'm not 21.
You're like, I can
or
water my plants
16.
with this.
I know, exactly. It's like, I could grow... True.
Yeah, I always take them with me, but whatever.
It depends on what it is sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't think anyone else is going to drink this.
Well, because I always bring like expensive craft beer.
Yeah.
For me, because that's what I'm drinking, and I'll share with other people, but
yeah.
if I have leftover, I'll take it with me because I want it. That is true. There is a little bit of water in between there.
I think it's swimmable though. Like there's not much in there in the water. There's nothing dangerous.
No, it's not like Australia. Everything there will kill you, but
maybe a little.
All right.
Bear me.
Next one.
Bear me.
Is the Big Easy.
Oh, that's subtle.
So there was actually 2 IPAs in this pack. I opted to go with this one because this one seemed to be the lighter of the 2.
Trail of clothing. This is later.
It's the Big Easy IPA, which is big flavor, easy drinking.
IPA.
This one is the Wrought Iron IPA, which this one I've had, and we're not going to be sampling today, unless we really wanted to. But I know this one's going to be a lot stronger, so that's why I opted not to do that one. Even though the Wrought Iron IPA is meant to be, because I was reading a little bit about it, it's just to show the strength of New Orleans with all the hurricanes and everything, how they quickly rebuilt.
Oh, okay.
So it's just saying, like a wrought iron fence, it stays true.
Oh, okay.
The Big Easy IPA, I'll let you guess.
Guess what?
Why they call it the Big Easy IPA.
Oh, it's super, like, subtle. I don't know if I can figure it out. Alright, so this looks later, though.
So this is an IPA brewed with lemon peels. So it's going to be a citrusy IPA. Another reason why I chose it, because it's going to be a little bit lighter.
Fair enough. I am not traditionally an IPA fan, unfortunately. Or not unfortunately, but just in general. So, okay, when I'm done, what I'll do is I'll go on my Untapped app and rate everything.
Yes.
As it were.
So this one actually is also rated as a session IPA. It's only
super citrus.
4.5% IPA, or I'm sorry, 4.5 IPA, 4.5% ABV, 40 IBUs, which is The IBU stands for International Bittering Unit. It's
Okay.
It's made to obviously count how bitter is the hop factor in it.
No. What I read is you take the lemon and without breaking eye contact, you just eat the whole thing, rind, seeds, and everything. And you're just like, don't break eye contact. Just keep eating the lemon. Show that bitch who's boss. Sometimes I don't mind it either. The IPAs, it depends. Like I like real ales. What is it, Lost Gold?
Mm-hmm.
But I can only do like one or two, and then I'm
Sure.
just like too much. I need to back off, and I'll do like a Hefeweizen or something just to like clear the mouth out. Because I feel like it's really drying sometimes, but I enjoy them.
So session IPAs are obviously, as they're called, session IPAs are there to be lighter. It's something that you can, that's crushable is the term.
Yeah.
Something that you can down back and not go
True now.
and be able to drink multiple of them without having to worry about getting too drunk. I mean, like I said, this one's only 4.5 ABV.
Yeah. I mean, you could drink a 6-pack and probably not drive, but you would be standing still.
You could definitely drink the 6-pack and then be able to still be coherent and not the life of the party. Right, exactly. It's a sipping beer.
It's definitely got a sourness to it, but it's not a sour. But the hops, what I like is like this when it doesn't just like hit you. The sour hit me first, and then I got a little bit of the hops.
I see what you mean, yeah.
And it was nice. It was a better progression. If I had to pick.
The sourness I'd actually kind of alter to just call it a little bit tart.
I think that's a better word. Yeah.
It's like a dry lemon.
It's because it's not a sour. It doesn't taste like a sour beer. Tart is a better word, yeah. But it's definitely that tartness that you get from like a citrus.
Right. It's like a lemon head type citrus, where you're like, oh, that's lemon, but it's almost like I don't want to say fake lemon, but it's definitely dry lemon.
Yeah.
Like almost like licking a lemon or a lemon peel.
Lemon head. We should do that sometime, like a candy pairing with beer.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Everybody's doing Girl Scout cookies, beer, and wine pairings lately, and I'm like, yes.
Well, in October, traditionally, you're going to find a lot of people that do the candy and beer.
Oh, yeah, king cake. My new favorite Girl Scout cookie, though, is the s'mores one. It's actually really, really scrumptious. It's like a subtle. It's just like a shortbread cookie that tastes like graham cracker and marshmallow, and then it's just covered in chocolate. It's really yummy. Samoas, but we can't get Samoas here in Texas. It's really annoying.
We can in Dallas, actually.
In Austin, not Texas. Yeah. I am too. I love how Nia's excited about this. That's what we need.
I'd say this does not go whatsoever.
Nope.
That
it actually was better to drink it first and then eat that because you're watching the taste of the sourness, the tartness.
Yeah.
As we decided. But that doesn't mean I don't like this beer. I like it.
I think, that the lemoniness of this kind of counteracts the flavors.
It doesn't go well together. Even if it didn't have that strawberry in it.
I'd almost say if this was just straight cream cheese, it would almost give more of a curdling flavor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always. I teach after school care, and I have 7 girls who are Girl Scouts. And I not realizing this, I thought there were only 3. I said, I will buy 1 box from everybody. So like $40 later, I have all the Girl Scout cookies I could ever want. I'm one of those weird people. I do not like Thin Mints. I'm not a fan. No, I don't like mints all that much. I know. Actually, what I really want to do is get some Thin Mints and use them as like a base of like a cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good, right? You guys are on board with this? Okay. Thank you, Neo. Hey, Jaziki.
Hey, Jasuki.
Why oops already?
Because she's yelling.
Did you do it again?
Because she's excited.
Cat.
She's like, hi, guys.
Yay! She did it again.
There's nothing bad about being excited.
No, just 3 beers.
Well, we're on our 4th right now, but...
And the orgy.
And we're also on the first one, the Big Easy IPA.
Ooh, subtle.
A session IPA that is brewed with lemon peel that does not go with king cake whatsoever, is what we're finding out.
Nope. No, because I have the sugar in my mouth during this, just as like, nope.
We have 2-ish more.
I hope so, because I'm getting into this now.
I don't know. This is not my favorite.
Well, I'm not an IPA person, but I like some of the flavors.
Why is this thing choking me now?
It keeps, like, that's why I doubled it.
Yeah, it keeps, like, one side keeps going, like, down, 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 and the other side goes up, 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 and just chokes me. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh my gosh. Why?
Because I can.
Why?
Because why not?
Okay,
We
now-
are. Truth. There's only one that I think we finished the bottle, though.
No, we've
Is
just
it
been
2?
tasting.
Okay.
Yeah, even the Purple Haze. You didn't finish it.
No. We did the one, I think. No, I think I finished the Purple Haze tonight.
All right, let's
All right,
take a
we
look
gotta
at-
check this out.
We gotta look at this.
Oh. That is amazing. You look fantastic.
Let me see if I can share this with everyone.
You've got great legs, man. Great legs.
There it is.
Tagalongs. So good.
I'm oddly attracted, and I don't know why.
So cute.
I love Do-si-dos so much.
Chris Hansen.
Tree fills are good too. Tagalogs, do I like those? I think so. Those were the other peanut butter ones, right?
Well, there's the Do-si-do. Aren't the Do-si-dos peanut butter?
Yeah, they're
the
like peanut
sandwiches, and then the tagalongs are like the peanut butter filled.
right, with like a
ones.
chocolate cover.
Those I like better, and the Samoas. But here I could just get. So I like the s'mores. Love lemonades. They're one of my favorites.
Lemonades are good.
And then, but
Yeah,
what we get here,
exactly.
Neo, is they're called peanut butter patties. We can't
Right.
get the tagalongs, the good ones. And the Samoas. I just get the caramel delights, which they're still good. I don't hate them, but they just don't taste quite the same. Is it out now?
Only in Australia, Aaron,
I know.
because you're 4 years ahead of us. Mardi Gras is actually this Tuesday.
Ah! I win!
And there it is.
I told everyone it wouldn't be a successful stream, Mardi Gras stream, if somebody didn't ask about our tits. I mean, Tucker showed them earlier. I don't know where you guys were.
Well, that was before we got on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. So that was the Big Easy IPA.
Well, Goldie, we'll just have to take a trip to Dallas and, roam around the streets being like, who's got them? Who's got the Samoas? Allegedly.
Samoas.
Some people
Samoas.
have Samoas.
I'll give you $1 for Samoas.
Give you a hand job for a Samoa. Who's got him? Who?
Hi, Chili Ketchup. Please stop spamming.
Thank you. Well, it's not mine. I don't have the hookup.
I mean, I have the what are they? Caramel Delights, but
They're not the same. They taste okay, but they are not
they still
the
have caramel, or I mean, coconut. So I still hate them. So, But we'll do a
Really?
Girl Scout pairing at some point.
I
I
think
don't
that'd
know
be
when.
fun. Maybe next. Well, I mean, the season's already really over.
Pretty much. Well, I have them all.
But you don't want to.
I'll probably just eat them.
You
again.
don't want to do Boy Scout popcorn pairing.
Ugh. Although the popcorn that
Thanks,
Demo gave
Theo.
us last night was really good.
I love popcorn. I eat popcorn all the time. Go suck yourselves. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
Cool story.
You have a good day there,
Beer!
wireless cargo. All right, so the next one, the whole reason we're here, Mardi Gras Bach.
Woo!
If I can figure out which one it is. It is this one. Wee.
Ooh. I like the float. I have a friend who lives in New Orleans, and she is an artist, and she gets to do floats. So she's doing one of those things right now where does anyone know where they dress up like flowers? The women do. I don't know. She looks great. That's all I know. Plus, Goldie, we would make some Boy Scout troops day because every single time they're in front of Walgreens, you're like, no, I don't want popcorn. And someone would actually go up and be like, yes, I would like a box of each. And they would like have a heart attack. And we'd support the Boy Scouts.
Are you Girl Scout cookies? No, we're Boy Scout popcorn. Yeah, I'll take it too then. All right, so we're moving from a session IPA to the Mardi Gras Bach. This is actually supposed to be a
Boy Scout burritos. They should totally do that. Ew, Goldie. Ugh.
So this is actually a Maibach, which is...
The hell does that mean?
Maibach is actually a little bit sweeter, a lot more alcohol in it normally.
I approve of all these things.
Though this one is 6.5 ABV. The IBUs on it is 25, so still not very high, especially compared to that session IPA we just had.
Well, it says our Bach is similar to German Maibachs.
Right.
So more flavor, full
which
body.
means it's done in the style of.
Okay. Whatever rocks your boat, Melissa.
So the yeast is German lager yeast. Malts, they use the pale, the pilsner, and the caramel hops. Sorry, malt. And then the hops is the German Pearl, which is the same one that we had in the very first one. That
okay, yeah.
The grapefruit honey lager.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
Oh, her name is on all of the websites. I'm surprised she hasn't had to register.
I love German style beers, and Maibachs and Icebox are probably my favorite, just because they're very alcoholic.
This one is interesting.
So this one, you can definitely smell the malt and the alcohol on it,
And the caramel-y.
Yeah.
Caramel-y. Yeah.
The caramelly.
No, caramel.
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 Guys. No!
Caramel.
Caramel. No, caramel. Just not you.
She has to do the sex offender shuffle.
Yeah. No, I think Goldie just moves in and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be your neighbor. I just wanted to inform you.
We pretty much did do that when we moved in here. We were like, hey, we're going to have parties and sorry in advance.
There's still rope outside their front window.
Well, that's my fault.
From when they put up the piñata.
That's my fault.
And small children.
Mostly because I never go out that door, so I never think about it. True. And then every time I do, I'm like, oh yeah, that rope's out there. I should go do something about it.
So my birthday 2 years ago, I had a luau, and I had put like a little flamingo near the front door. Well, I had to go in through the front door, which I never do because there were workers in the back, and I found the flamingo. I was like, oh. Subtle, Goldie. Subtle. But yeah, you should do that.
The balcony's not gross. Just has a long, long string attached to it, hanging down to the floor from the second floor. Whatever.
No, I don't have. I like. Do I? No, it's just my chin. I always love the sugar on top of king cakes. It is really good, Neo. I was happy. And I think it goes pretty well with this beer. I know. It's all sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing this right. There we go. It's like...
We did not. Because she can wait till after the stream for that.
Yeah. But she can get up our ass and get it.
Yeah, she can
But
come
if she
in here.
wants us to deliver it in bed to her.
She knows where the plates are. She knows where we are. Mm-hmm. She can come say hi at any point. Just for king cake.
Now I told her I would bring it to her in bed, but if she wants that service, she has to wait until we're done.
Oh.
I think it goes really well.
This goes really well.
Yeah. It brings out a nice flavor in this because you're getting that sweetness, and so you're tasting a lot more of the caramel in the back.
So this one again, the Mardi Gras Bock.
Love you, Goldie.
Oh.
Caramel. You guys are all wrong. You're stupid. I'm sorry, guys.
Caramel.
Caramel. Caramel. No. Caramel. Just like it's not soda pop.
It's Coke.
Soda pop. It's not soda pop.
It's Coke. So the Mardi Gras Bock, it's their seasonal right now. That's why it did not come in the 12-pack. I had to buy this separate. It does come in 6-packs and then on draft only right now. I forgot to mention that the Big Easy, same thing with that. It's 6-packs and draft, and then obviously in the variety mix pack.
I think you're telling lies, Neo.
The lager, I don't think we mentioned that one. I think we stopped talking about that at Purple Haze, but just to quickly sum back.
Yeah.
Let me even show. The Amber, that one is 6-packs, 12-packs, the variety pack.
And this is one of their standard ones. They have all year round.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Pretty much everything that we've done here, with the exception of the Mardi Gras and then the grapefruit one, are all year-round beers for them. But the Amber you can also get in 12-pack cans, too.
Ooh. Yay!
Yay! Hey, fourth room.
What's up?
But
Did you get your water, things figured out? I was reading that earlier. You were, scrambling to add water. It was funny. I enjoyed it.
Oh, and it's a raid, too! Yay! Woo! Hi, everyone. Sorry, I don't have a raid screen. Let's defend. Let's throw things at you, I guess.
We have, 2 pairs of beads. But we're all both choking on it. It's like,
yeah, I know.
No! Wait, I'm stuck.
Oh, thank you so much for the raid.
No, really, Nums.
We're good. How are you? I was watching your stream earlier.
I broke it.
Oh.
No, it's behind the thing.
Oh, it fell back. Oh, well, whatever.
It's okay. I'm pretty without it. Oh, good.
Yeah, sorry. I don't have any, bot stuff, so...
This is week 2.
Sorry, let me hand type everything in case anyone does not.
Well, the other beads that we have are green, and that would be weird on a green screen. We're good. I'm sparkly. Can you guys tell?
Yes, please go follow Fourth Rim. He is
Sparkle.
amazing. He's really fun to watch. I've watched him all yesterday, actually. I spent all day in his chat room, and then his wife's, Kelly's, she was doing a delicious blueberry pie there.
Now all I hear is...
Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, are we about to... Oh, gosh. Why are you talking me? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Because you're close. Okay. Well, I think we're good.
Yay.
Oh, look. Endemayan? Look at that.
Oh,
He's like lounging, like...
And I have Bacardi Gras.
Ooh, Bacardi Gras. No, but, I mean, he looks like a blonde Jeff Goldblum in the Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
He's like...
Alright, let's just...
Wait, now
That's good.
we're delayed. We weren't before.
We're delayed?
Well, the screen.
Oh, I don't think... No, it's because...
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we know how you got them.
Hey, fielders. Oh, who else am I missing here? So, Purple-Eyed Dragon. Hi.
Ooh.
How are you? I think that's everyone I missed. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry.
Say hi!
We are great. We are enjoying Mardi Gras beers, or Abita branded beers.
I'll take more of that.
Okay.
Please.
Well, we gotta move on to the... We can come back to
I
it.
was like...
But...
Yeah, you are, Jizuki. They are angry.
No, she's asking, is it a Greek god?
Oh. I know she was asking that.
Oh.
I was kidding.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. It says Endemayan 40 years, so I assume it's some creepy...
They are angry. Or cult, or however you want it. Angry cult. Let's say that.
Who's an angry cult?
Hey, J. Mitch. How you doing? So yeah, this was, just to sum up, the Mardi Gras Bock, which was done in the My Bock style. 6.5% alcohol. So very, very yummy. Went really well with king cake. I'd say that so far this is the best one that we've done so far.
I agree.
Today that went with king cake.
Yeah.
So then, well, let's just discuss and enjoy. So that
Oh, I
half
thought
the
you'd...
band.
I thought you were telling me to drink it. I drink it. It almost has some, like, coffee notes on it, too. I think it's that caramel.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like a coffee stout or anything like that. Like, what were we drinking last night at Friends and Allies? It was, like, a true coffee.
That was their stout. The Bat Country?
Bat Country. Batwing? Batwing.
Batwing.
Batwing. It was really
Batwing.
good. And I'm not usually all for that, but it was yummy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Plus, they get these little, you can buy these little, what was it, like 5 ounces? No, that's way more.
They were they were like 2-3 ounces.
Something like that. But you would just buy $2. So let's say you were like, you're at the end of the night, you've had a bunch of beers, and you don't want to order a whole beer, but you just want a little bit more. It was great.
Well, they had a quad, and that's what I did for
Yeah.
that, is because I just wanted to try it, because I had to come back here and clean up, because... But yeah, I wanted to try the quad, and it's 10% alcohol from Friends and Allies, which is
I had
a
like
brewery here.
I had 2 little ones because I was like, I've been drinking a lot.
It's a lot,
days.
yeah.
I was like, but it was yummy.
It was really good.
My other favorite one right now is Celis. They've got their Grand Cru.
Oh, I need to try
It
that
was
one.
really good. Yep.
I think what today they were actually doing their stout too. Like
Yeah,
they're
I wanted to
premiering it.
go before I came over, but
I
they
know.
started at 12, and I was
I
like,
know.
well.
I was like, I hope she doesn't agree because I know she was interested in it.
Well, that's usually what it is. It's like, oh, I want to do that, and I press interest, and then I look at the date.
I do that all the time too. Yeah. All right. So let's
Get some water.
clean out a bit and get a little bit of water here from our Nukes cups. Which, if they ever want to sponsor us, I'm okay with. They have yummy pimento cheese sandwiches.
Pimento.
The Bach was actually really good.
Yeah.
It's definitely very. It tastes higher in alcohol than I'd say it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's 6.5, which for a Maibach I'd say is a little low.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they were saying that it was in the Maibach style, but it still has a little bit of sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm. That's why it was actually really nice with the
Nicely
dessert.
balanced.
Yeah, because
really
it
nicely
brought
balanced.
out a lot of those.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we see this guy with Ryman's. It was pretty impressive. He just like off the cuff was like, "Damn, son."
It's my one good suggestion today.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Or you get rye with a little help from your friends.
Oh.
I like that one.
So, what were you making today? A Dunkelweiss.
Dunkelweiss.
Okay. Also a really delicious beer.
Dunkelweiss. Sorry. I can't really sing more than that, can I? I keep forgetting.
Hey, hi, Honey Goo. Thank you for joining us.
You want some beads? Sorry, I'm not going to actually say them. Why are they like linked together in a large, awkward thing?
Because they're all tied up and. Well, I was going to throw this, but apparently not anymore. Anyhow, let's move on to the next beer. Oh, there we go. Oh, here's some beads for you. Woo! Hey, Dee Dee.
Okay,
All right,
what do we got?
number 6.
I'm ready.
The
Oh.
biggest of all of them.
Andy Gator.
This is the Andy Gator,
Made by a guy named Andy.
which is a Doppelbock. It's a Helles Doppelbock. If I can find it. There it is. And this is probably one of my favorite of the new packaging.
It's really cool.
With the
I want an alligator.
the alligator with
Where's
the
my hand?
with
There
the
we go.
crown on it.
Pet the alligator.
It's gonna heat my head. Oops, other way. Ah!
I know, I'm like. There we go. Who's your little alligator? Who's your little alligator? Yes, you'll scratch on it.
So this one I
Bingo.
definitely have to do last because it is 8% alcohol. Definitely the hottest of all the beers that we're doing today.
Did you say hottest?
Yes, referring to the alcohol.
Can I see
Yeah.
that one? Yeah. I want to see that.
I'm like, which one? The one I'm putting away? But it's a Helles Doppelbock, 8% alcohol, using German lager yeast, Pilsner malt, and German Pearl hops. So again, this is the third beer that we've done today with the German
high
Pearl.
gravity brew? What does that mean? Do you know?
I don't.
Anyone want to research what high gravity brew means? It's a Helles Bock. Is that what we just
It's
said?
a Helles Doppelbock.
Doppelbock. So yeah, Doppelbock. Okay. It doesn't
But
smell like
compared
much
to the last one we did, it's also very light in color.
Yeah. It's got like an orange tint, which you don't see as well on the screen, but
Mhm.
it's a lot more ambery than I would have thought. I don't smell much. Like
No, I mean it's definitely not as strong smelling
I
as
already create a word.
the last one. You create a wort that has an original gravity significantly higher than the target and dilute it with water before packaging. Professional brewers are famous or infamous for the practice, and extract brewers dilute concentrated worts all the time. All right, thanks for coming by, Fourth Room.
Bye.
And have a good rest.
Yay.
The original gravity exceeding 1.070. The finished product is called a high gravity beer.
Excuse me.
The more sugars and flavoring agents such as caramel and dextrins are present in the wort, yielding a more alcoholic and flavorful beer. Okay. So, from what I got that... So basically it's just a quick way to get high alcohol in the easiest possible way.
Yes. As are a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Scotch beers actually was more because usually they put them in the actual Scotch barrels. And so it kind of takes a little bit of the alcohol from the Scotch barrel. Mm. But maybe I'm mistaken about that.
What? Oh, it's a Scotch beer. Oh, that bastard. Yeah, but this is nice because it's. I mean, I can taste that it's a higher alcohol content. Like, do you ever have beers where you're like, I don't taste it?
Washington.
WA in the house. Yeah, I like this. I don't have any more king cake. I mean, not that there's not a whole king cake here. But...
You want to split the rest of mine, or you want a
I
little bit more king cake?
Can I just
take that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very sparing on my king cake.
Seattle. Saying your place is hopping? No, okay, just me.
But
yep. Oh, Goldie, we're gonna destroy this fucking cake. It's really good. In bed.
So yeah, actually this...
I really like this fucking cake.
I don't like it quite as much as I did with the Mardi Gras,
yeah.
But this one still works really, really well.
But it's not like the other ones where some of them were like, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, the IPA
like
definitely did not work.
Yeah, it was the IPA. Where like, no, I'm good. But like, if I was drinking it before and then had the king cake, it helped wash a lot of that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't like, he's smiling, Jizuki.
Yeah. He's
a happy alligator with a crown. No one's gonna like... bottle wrestle him.
He's the Andy Gator. He's the king of gators.
I don't get the name, though.
I don't know. I saw a picture of a float during Mardi Gras, and it was literally this. So, or literally the big alligator with a crown. So, maybe they made it?
Maybe. You'll wrestle it. You'll wrestle? Don't you wrestle him? I'll wrestle that gator. I am not going to insult you all with my Australian accent, which is non-existent. So,
yeah.
There you go.
I'll wrestle.
Wrestle him.
That was not any type of accent. It was just, I'll wrestle.
Okay. Andy Gator beer came about through a homebrew. Okay.
Ah.
There you go. Well, thank you, Dee Dee. I like it. We have a crack research team.
Yeah, I love this. Thank you.
How do you teach somebody to run away from gators? Is there a technique?
I have a guy at work that he used to work in like the bayous, like by.
That's what I thought,
Houston,
but I
Louisiana.
just thought that was kind of like understood that you zigzag because they're really big and they can't move that way.
Well, but he used to work in like the power lines, like in the bayou, and so he was saying like they had one guy who would station himself, look for alligators, and kind of be the bait, while everyone else would work on it. And when the alligators would start coming, he'd go like, "Hey, we need to get away now."
Not true. Alligators cannot climb trees, so just go up the tree. And that should be good. Yay,
Oh, thank you,
thanks
Mr.
for the
J.
follow.
Yay! Also, alligators love kisses, so if you kiss them, they won't attack you anymore.
But
That's made up.
I was like, what? I had heard something about rubbing belly. I'm not kissing a gator. Hey, don't knock it till you try it, Dee Dee.
Well, Dee Dee, you're in Washington. You don't know anything about gators. Grr. Yeah, see? Goldie would hug a gator before it ate her.
All I know is that is one of my favorite scenes from Romancing the Stone when he dives off the balcony to go get the alligator and then they never see him again until he's in New York City and he's on the big boat that he's bought because he found the stone and then he has gator boots. That's my understanding. But I think that might have been a crocodile. I don't know.
I've never seen either of those movies.
Hey, but at least the dog will go first and you'll be good, Jizuki.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to be around it. I mean, obviously I'm around gators all the time. Well, not all the time, but like when I visit like my brother.
I was like, what?
No, but like in his backyard, I mean, they have.
I was like, are you
It
storing
is known that they have gators in Orlando.
But most of the time, like realistically, if you know you're going in an area that has them, you should be prepared.
Correct.
Zigzag running is good, but for the most part, unless you live in Florida, you're going to be fine.
Right.
Dee Dee especially, she lives in the whitest place possible.
They're like dinosaurs, of course.
They are dinosaurs.
They're friendly dinosaurs.
Kind of like sharks. Like they haven't really evolved that much since dinosaur time. I can't think.
Since the Paleozoic
I was like,
era.
words are hard. I've been drinking.
They haven't evolved since Jurassic Park, the first movie. Before that, they always evolved every year. There was something new about them. They used to have like fins and they used to float in the air.
Oh, thanks, super
Hi,
biased. Super biased.
Super biased?
But thank you, Abita. Yay. Hey, Stace.
Hey, Stace. Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. I'm liking this one. I'm going to keep drinking.
Well, you keep drinking. I mean, that's the last beer we have, but I did have another section or part I wanted to do, which I should have put on this. But I just wanted to go
thanks. Destructicon.
What's the oldest beer?
Like that we have? Or the oldest beer on record in life? I don't know that.
I think the oldest beer on record was... No.
A lot, Stace.
No, it was not Egyptian. It was Phoenician. It was found in a wreckage in the sea.
The beer?
Beer.
They found the beer.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they drank it too.
Well, that's one of those things about like really expensive bottles of wine that people have kept for like hundreds and hundreds of years. Is like, in reality, that's a piece of shit. Probably. but you don't know because.
Let's actually look it up.
That makes sense, Neo. I believe it. It is totally, totally loud in New Orleans right now.
Well, all right. The oldest functioning beer is Weye Stefaner, which is
Weye Stefan.
Weye Stefaner.
It's W-E-I.
Weye
So
Stefan.
it's Y.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know about
there's
the
a beer called Weye Stefaner.
But if it's from Germany and the I is second, then it's Y.
Yeah, see? Weye Stefaner right there. Anyhow.
Yeah, but they're U.S., so they're pronouncing everything stupid.
Yeah,
Your friends and allies were just there yesterday. You should have their what did we say? Batwing? Batwing.
Yeah, it's
Super
their
good.
yeah.
Super good.
It's their stout.
Yeah.
Also try their two Belgians. They're really interesting together. The peppercorn one and then the rosemary one.
Thanks, Concrete.
I thought they went really well together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
So good. But
yes,
what was the I had a bunch of the tactician, the old tactician. Was so good. That's the 10% one.
Yeah, that's their quad.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
Yeah, very delicious. But yeah, I just wanted to go over a couple like beer news that I found recently.
Ooh, I like it. Beer news.
So first one I found was Miller Coors is launching a cheap fruit-flavored light beer for millennials.
I decline.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm technically a millennial, and I decline.
So, it's coming in two flavors.
Though I
pineapple
like the design on these
and
cans.
lime.
They're super cute.
And I kind of read over this, and yeah, it's intended for people in their 20s who want an affordable, easy drinking option. Because apparently millennials are going towards wine and liquor now. And so they wanted to try a way to get people to come back to beer and have a easy drinking beer that they could do for about $5. But then the article is later saying, questioning like, well, how do you keep them from staying with this? Because it's getting them to come back to beer. But then they're going to realize, well, from there, like, there's craft beer that tastes a hell of a lot better than your cheap crap that you're trying to
and the
peddle
thing
here.
is that there's like even craft beer, like at least in Texas, I think maybe we got it better some than some other states, but it's not that much more expensive. I mean, we could go on and on about the levels of pricing for wine, but yes, you can find a pretty decent bottle of wine for like $7-8 at like Trader Joe's. But you're still getting about the same amount for like a $9 6-pack of a craft beer. It's not that much more. It feels like more, I suppose.
Well, no, it is definitely a lot more because you're getting 72 ounces in a 6-pack with 12-ounce bottles or cans.
I didn't know people went away from beer. Or you could be like Goldie and just be totally diverse and allergic to beer. She's not actually allergic.
She's not allergic. She just hates it. But I did appreciate her joining us last week.
She did. She was a good sport.
And then drinking the leftover, which no one asked her to
do except
for herself.
To do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, oh, well, I mean, granted, that's how the trends are going. And so, since they're the future of America, well, I mean, no one's questioning you, Goldie. I mean, no one's wronging you for not enjoying beer. You enjoy wine, cool. That's fine. And you enjoy liquor. That's great. I can support that.
I enjoy those things too. Just not like, she likes gin, and I can't do gin.
I can sometimes do gin. Yeah.
It tastes like a juniper bush. For obvious reasons, but whatever makes your life happiness. That was not English, but I've been drinking, so I don't really care.
But this was the line I really liked. So this was the Miller Coors chief marketing guy who said, "We know that people who choose beer when they become legal age are 2 times more likely to continue drinking beer throughout their lifetime. as an organization, we have an opportunity to regain ground with this group, he said. Two Hats is meant to serve as an easy entry point into beer and an introduction to the rest of our portfolio.
Did he just say portfolio?
Yes, because Miller Coors owns a lot of craft beers as well.
Okay, that's fair.
With their, 1 in 10 or 10 in Street. They have an offshoot where they take all of their craft brewers and put them into this category. Mm-hmm. So they're not under the Miller Coors.
Okay.
But Revolver, which is out in Granbury, Texas, got bought out by Miller Coors.
All right. I like their Blood and Honey. That's one of my. That's not Revolver. That's
Revolver.
That's Revolver.
Yeah, that's what they're best known for.
That's what I was like. Yeah. I love the Blood and Honey. It's a very interesting, weird taste, honestly. Yeah. But I'm like, I want a Blood and Honey.
Yeah. I mean, around here we have Revolver, which is now owned by Miller Coors. Karbach, which I was wearing the shirt last week, which just got bought out about 6 months ago by Anheuser-Busch, unfortunately. Whatever.
Yeah, as long as they're still...
I mean, they're happy, great. I mean, they're making money. Batch 9, yeah.
I did like that one a lot.
But that was created directly by Miller Coors. Kind of like how... what is it called? I'm blanking on the name. Killian's started out for 2 seconds as an independent thing created by the guy from Mr. Coors, and then he was like, yeah, you know what, I want to just put this in my portfolio, and then he just merged the two together and it became a Coors product.
Yeah.
But it was, for literally 2 seconds, an independent product.
Yeah. I was surprised by the Batch 9, Neo. It was the same thing. It's like, I heard the whole story behind it, that they found this recipe. But it's good. It's not a great beer, but they also, I remember, because I had it at Ego's, this is the first time I had it, and they're like, here, you should try this. And they had little, like, Prohibition-style, like, glasses with a mug. So every single time I go there and I drink it, they're like, and here's the mug that you're going to drink it in. But it's the only one we got, so you can keep it with you.
But anyhow, next story I found, which I thought was interesting, was North Korea is launching an exclusive new beer. So basically, they have a new beer, making a new beer brewing technique. So instead of using barley, which is the first light beer that was actually brewed differently than its original version, other beer companies tend to water down to make a beer light. Yeah, but the problem is that Coors Light was just gross.
It's true. If you watched our stream for last week, we rated it really low. I think I gave it like a 2.
All the light beers were very, very low. Yeah, please.
Okay.
But yeah, it's an exclusive brewing technique. What they were saying is that they were using, instead of barley, because when you have the traditional German technique of brewing beer, there are 5 ingredients that you use. It's hops, barley, malt, water, and yeast. So they're taking out the barley and changing it with wheat. So that is what they're doing. And it was original.
Already wheat beers? I don't understand.
Well, there's wheat beers, but
they still are using barley.
Right.
Okay.
Well, at least traditionally they do, but what they're doing is, instead of doing that, because they're trying to do like a German style.
Yes, Dee Dee. Then Melissa would be on board.
Actually, Dee Dee, I didn't include that article, but in Canada, they did just start a beer that is infused with cannabis.
That's true.
There's already wine and liquor that has cannabis, but this is the first beer that is going to be widely produced and available in Canada that will be with cannabis.
Well, I'm liking this second paragraph here.
Yeah, so Taedonggang has been developing the beer since at least 2015. Possibly after criticism from Supreme Leader Kim Jong-il, or Un, that imported South Korean beers lacked flavor. Seoul's Chosun Ilbo tabloid reported at the time. they've actually tried, because I was doing a little research, and yeah, they have been trying to up their craft game. They tried to do a beer garden. They've tried to do a craft beer festival in North Korea. The beer garden
cool.
actually was apparently going to be with a German brewery, and as you can see here, they actually said no. They wanted to do a beer garden, and the German brewery said no.
Nobody wanted to sell their soul.
Yeah. And then
thanks for the follow, Dipstick.
Oh, thank you, Dipstick.
Or just Jimmy, whatever you prefer.
I like Dipstick.
Dipstick.
It's very characteristic.
I love these like flight attendant outfits for this beer garden.
And that's what they were saying. Like this was supposed to be for a in Pyongyang, not Pyeongchang, which is where the Olympics are right now.
Oh yeah.
Not to be confused. They were supposed to have this beer like produced for the 2017 beer festival, but it got canceled for unknown reasons the week before the festival happened.
Suspicious.
Yeah, exactly, Neo. They're trying to reach out. And according to this article, they really are trying to get foreign markets to come, like for tourism, even though they may or may not have potentially killed an American citizen.
We're gonna ignore that.
But
we're
whatever.
Cool. We're having a beer festival. That didn't happen.
But yeah, I mean, they are trying to get foreign markets to come and spend their tourism dollars there.
Yeah.
Which, hell, I'd be interested in going. I would love to go to North Korea and just check it out. I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Yes, but I want to be able to come back. Hi, Ronan.
Well, just don't.
How's
take
it going? This is true.
That's the reason that the guy was in prison, was because he tried to take a propaganda poster.
I know.
And tried to take it back. Just don't do that. Just be respectful.
Well, we're good now. We've had like, what, 5 years? 6 years?
6 beers.
6 beers. So we're doing well.
We're doing great. And
Cheers.
we're enjoying the rest of the Indie Gator.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
fair enough.
Which, in case you want to see,
Indie Gator.
that's what we're enjoying right now.
Salud.
Which was the 8% alcohol beer from Abita that we're enjoying for Mardi Gras. That works really, really well with King Cake, we found out.
But what was the one that went the best? It was the last
The Mardi Gras beer.
The Mardi Gras beer goes the best.
The Mardi Gras
The Mardi
Bach.
Gras Bach.
Which
was super yum.
Which I should have actually put these there. Yeah, that one right there, the Mardi Gras Bach.
It was super yum.
Yeah.
Def, try it out.
Which is a Maibach style beer. I would highly suggest, if you're over 21, check it out. I know we're all supposed to be over 18, but if you're over 18, you can't always buy beer. You can't always beer. You can't always beer.
You can't always beer. But if you try sometimes, you'll get some wine. I don't know.
The other quick thing I was going to mention was Red Gerard, who is the first...
It is a seasonal Goldie.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it is a seasonal right now.
Ronan.
Yay, thank you, Ronan. We do this every week, so please join us again next week as well. We're not done yet, mind you. But, yeah. But Red Gerard, first Olympian for this Olympics to win USA gold. Apparently his family was shotgunning beers as early as 8:30 in the morning.
Those are my peeps.
And they were saying, and he was saying, apparently, win or lose, they were still going to be drinking. Because they went to the...
That would be my attitude.
Yeah. Mind you, he's 17 years old, and he's a snowboarder. But his family
So he's not drinking.
He was not drinking. But
or is it
his
legal
family,
where's Pyongyang?
South Korea.
South Korea. Is it legal there?
I don't know.
Someone let me know if it's legal for a 17-year-old to drink in South Korea.
I think in most other countries it's
18.
legal at 16 to 18.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
We won't be here next week.
Yeah, I'm taking 2 weeks off because I will be in Orlando. I'm going to maybe try to do a... we don't talk about age here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I mentioned age, but... About the 18 plus, but it was just a matter of just saying, like, it's an 18 plus channel.
Plus, you never ask a woman her age.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not offended or anything, but it's just like...
No worries. But I am going to try to see if I can go up to a brewery in Orlando if I have time. It's not going to be my main thing for being there. But if I can, I will definitely live stream it from there. If not, so be it. You'll just see us back in 3 weeks.
That's it. I would do it by myself, but I am technically disinclined. Technicality, not technica. Technologically disinclined.
But yeah, I like this line right here. Then Gerard was asked how much fun his family was having. I'm sure it's a ton. Gerard said at a press conference. I'm pretty sure I saw a video of them shotgunning beers at 8:30 in the morning. So I'm pretty sure they're doing just fine. And the Gerards kept partying going at the snowboard venue.
Is there a video on the...
I wish there was. Yeah. Check out this still from Envy shot of the family celebrating after Reed's score came in.
They look cool. I think that's a new goal. Party with Gerard's family. Or with the... Is his first name Red? So party with the Gerard family.
Yeah.
English is hard. No, Ronan, we are not married.
Nope, no marriage.
This is my very good friend, Tugger.
Yeah, and we are borrowing Goldilocks and the Bears equipment here.
Yes. She's my bestie.
Yeah.
My heterosexual life partner, as it were.
But next story was that at Daytona this year, which is actually coming out this week, if not next, this is actually the first year since 1982 that there will be 0 beer sponsored cars at Daytona.
Like, was it a thing that they made, like, on purpose? Or
I was trying to look into that, and it seemed like they're still sponsoring, but they're not the main sponsors. Like the one that, like right here, Miller Lite is continuing its longtime sponsorship with Team Penske. And the number 2 card by Brad Keselowski. Busch Beer is still sponsoring the number 4 car of Kevin Harvick. They're just not sponsoring, or they're not the main sponsor for Daytona.
Okay.
So at other races, they will be the main sponsor, but at Daytona, they're not.
Okay.
So I just thought that was interesting, just because, I mean, when you think of NASCAR, you just think of, like, everyone drinking, like...
Yeah.
The beer we drank last week, or
yeah.
or stuff like that, and it's just no cars will be there this year with Miller Lite or Busch or anything like that. And then there was a big list of apparently last year there was only 1 car. Getting back to last year there was only the Miller Lite car.
It just seems like a conflict of interest to have a beer company sponsor something that's driving while they're constantly telling you, like, don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't drink and drive, drink responsibly. But watching these people go in circles, woo!
I don't know. Is there more beer?
Yeah, I mean, which one did you want? I also did
surprise me.
I also brought up the wrought iron, but I know you don't want that one.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You can have the rest of the purple haze if you want. I know you like that one. All right. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna drink all the beers.
The necklaces are for, as Neo said, it's for Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
We try to do a theme.
Yeah.
Break it on your head. Nah, we don't need to do that.
No.
But yeah, we try to do a theme every week for what we drink, and we're also doing one brewery per episode. this year, or this episode, we're doing Abita. So again, we're doing Abita. So Andy Gator.
You just put them all up.
I'm just putting them all up, and they're all behind. Yeah, let's take that off. But yeah, so there was that. So cars, yay. Oldest beer. That was all the beer news I had, because there's really not like anything big on there.
That's not a good sign. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because we could go into a long philosophical debate about Texas craft brew laws in Texas, but then we'd bore you all to death, and then I'd get angry and throw things.
Well, there was also another one. Maryland is having the same issues, with the exception of Guinness is building a brewery outside of Dublin, right outside of Baltimore.
Huh.
It's going to be like where they can like test out stuff. Yes, beer is good. That's why we enjoy it responsibly. Yeah, so it's going to be to try to do like test beers out in the marketplace for American audiences. They're still going to do Guinness in Ireland.
Because they don't think that Americans like Guinness? Like, haven't we proven ourselves already?
Well, Guinness...
Or are they doing other things?
Well, Guinness, like, everyone knows Guinness. I mean, it's there, it's the stout, whatever. But they are trying to reach broader markets. Okay. They have been trying different beers, like an Antwerp stout, a American blonde, things like that.
Okay, so Guinness is that the name of the beer, or is that the name of the company? So is it like Guinness Stout, or like, you know what I mean?
So
I know that might be a stupid question.
Guinness is the name of the beer. Okay. It's also the name of the brewery, because it's done at St. James Gate in Dublin.
Okay.
But
we're going, Melissa. You're gonna have to deal with it. Ireland, 2019.
But they do. They also do Harp, and then.
Okay.
What was the other one?
I like Harp.
Bass.
Okay.
Which is their pale
I mean,
lager.
Goldie, at the very least, there's got to be a bunch of hot guys there.
It's true. Yeah. And also, Guinness is actually now vegetarian. It is vegetarian friendly as of a couple years ago.
What?
Yeah.
How was it not vegetarian before?
So, this was something that Fourth Room was bringing up in, or no, it was either in Fourth Room's or Fourth Room Kelly's chat yesterday. They were talking about how some beers are not vegetarian, and it's because of the fining agent, which is called isinglass, which is essentially using fish bladder as a clarifying agent for the beer in the beer process. A lot of English beers still use this, but Guinness has decided to be vegetarian friendly. They still use eggs, mind you.
That's true. Yeast is a living organism.
It is a living organism, but it's still yeast, and it's not an animal.
PETA's not complaining about that one yet.
Right.
And I wouldn't say beer is good for you, Ronan, but I wouldn't necessarily, if you're drinking it responsibly and in moderation, it's not bad for you.
Well, it is what it is.
But it's like with anything like alcohol. Like there are benefits for drinking wine, but like you can't just sit down and drink an entire bottle of wine and expect it to like reap those benefits.
There are you are right, Neo. There are a lot of vitamins. There are.
This is very true, Goldie. It does relieve stress.
There are some articles that say that it does help with. Actually, there was an article I was going to put up. There's a lot of articles I was going to put up, and then I decided, you know what? No one's going to care about this. And then I find out, oh, I'm just bringing these up. That it helped with a form of diabetes. Like it actually...
Dee Dee, I do it at least like 2 or 3 times a week. Yep.
That it actually reduced the on-side effects of a certain type of diabetes, which I completely forgot what it was. Arthritis, apparently it's supposed to help with that. whether it's proven or not, I mean, it's a scientist that said, yes, it happened.
Yeah.
Who
Well,
knows?
and then there's a great articles that I love that say that people who drink more are vastly more intelligent. I'm going with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, like, with wine, there's a lot of ones that, you know, if you drink one glass of, like, red wine a day, it will
Right.
help reduce, like,
Heart
disease
disease.
and things like that. But normally, people don't just drink one glass of red wine a day. But that's just
Right.
me.
So yeah, I mean, did y'all
But it's
see any?
yummy.
Did y'all see any other news that?
Not even a little.
I wish I did, but I'm always learning.
Yeah.
I mean, as we saw in chat today, I mean, there was a lot of things that came up that I had
All the
no clue
things.
about.
I
I
know.
needed help with.
Well, and that's what's kind of fun about this. It's like, okay, let's do this together. And Neo's looking shit up for us. And,
Yeah.
you know, we're checking out stuff and learning interesting things, expanding our horizons, as it were.
Which is why I like doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
this is one of the reasons why I want it. Is beer education is something I'm very passionate about. One of these days, I do want to get my Cicerone license, which is, in case you don't know, it's
I don't think she is, or he is old enough. Will someone just take care of that? This is like definitely not old enough. Thank you.
well, whatever.
I was like,
I was
what?
gonna say like he's
Or she. It's-
they are who they are. I mean, they can call
Thanks, Neo.
as long as they timed. It was as long as it's timeout. I'm fine. Whatever. I don't
But
care.
yeah, I don't
Anyhow.
really care either. But it's just one of those things. Like if we're dealing with alcohol and like,
Yeah.
just don't want to deal with any kind of repercussion from that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Um.
What was my face?
Hi, Plane.
What up?
So anyhow, what would you say your favorite today was? I kind of have a feeling.
Favorites? I think I might have to go with the Mardi Gras, the
Okay.
Bach.
Yeah.
I really liked that one. I would drink that a lot. What about you?
I kind of have to agree. I was pleasantly surprised by the grapefruit, just because it is light. I could, like I said
I
before,
didn't like that one as much.
you didn't, but I thought it was definitely something that was light, very easy drinking.
Goldie's face. But yeah, it was a nice like.
Hey, Leroy, how you doing?
Hi, thank ya. But it was like that's the thing. Like I didn't find the grapefruit one like so bad that I wouldn't drink it. But it's not like something that I'd be like, you know what I feel like today that I really really wants is that grapefruit honey thing from Abita.
Right. It may not be something I'm. Yeah, please don't bring it up again.
Sorry.
Neo already got him, but
Thanks, guys.
yeah, thank you, Neo. But Nino.
Nino.
Oh, Nino.
Nino.
Thanks, Nino.
Goldie's just in bed with her cat. Who knows what she's fucking typing. Memo. Meme.
Nino.
Nino Fletcher now.
What we were even talking about? Oh yeah. So I'm not gonna go out and buy a 6-pack, but to be included in the 12-pack, I would definitely say yes.
Yeah, it's like there's so many things where like I would buy the 6-pack except for one. I'm like, nope, I'm never gonna drink that.
But the one
That's not the case. I would have drunk all of it.
But the one that I was trying to
Drink.
make sure to avoid, because obviously it comes in a 12-pack, it doesn't tell you what's for the seasonals what's going to be in it.
Oh.
So I wanted to make sure to get this one because this is the current one, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't the one previously, which was a lemon. I didn't want that one. Yeah,
I don't like lemon.
that and also
much.
it also signifies that it's the old pack too. So I wanted to make sure to have the current one because, as I said, March 3rd, they are releasing their new seasonal, which is the strawberry lager. Really, really delicious. It's also the one that sells out the quickest. And the fact that 3 years ago, they just put it in 12-pack cans, and that was selling out tremendously as well when I used to work in the business. People love it. people wait all year for this beer and will hoard it. I mean, people will come and buy an entire case of this beer.
I kind of feel like that with the Shiner Prickly Pear. And they didn't have it this last year, I don't think.
They have it now.
Do they have it now?
It's out right now.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go. Okay. No, seriously. Like, it's just so yummy. It's just a perfect beer. So, any suggestions for next show? What were you thinking? Do you have an idea yet?
I don't know. Like I said, it's in 3 weeks. I'll have to figure out.
Well, if we can only get it in Wisconsin, Neil, we probably haven't tried it. I'll take a little.
I actually have had Spotted Cow. It's really, really good.
I'll take a little bit more. Now that we've been talking about that, just a little. See, again, though, I love the smell of this one. It really does smell
the
nice.
smell of the nose on this one was really, really good.
Like, I would buy a lotion that smells like this. It's really nice.
Oops.
Thanks, Neo.
That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, take that other thing down. That's stupid.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could take that down.
But what about the mouthfeel, Tucker?
Bring up one thing smart. That's what I get.
I will say, having it now, having had all the other ones, it's getting I'm feeling more of the taste. I'm getting more other stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, yeah. I actually wholeheartedly agree with that.
Because it's been a minute since I drank the last sip of whatever I was drinking. Had some water.
It may have even been because it warmed up a bit.
This is true.
I mean, it's been, let's see now, it's been almost about 2 hours since we first had this. So maybe warming up does do something. Yeah. Because that definitely does happen sometimes.
Yeah, there's other beers that I only like significantly cold.
Yes.
Like really, really cold, and they get too warm. I'm like, eh. But this one is one that is a little bit better, which is nice if you're going to do something that's light like this that you'd want to drink in summer. It's going to get hot pretty fast. Or it's going to warm up.
So that's the funny thing is this is not a summer beer. This is actually, I mean, what season are we? We're fall. I mean, well no, we're winter. So this is a winter beer. It is using grapefruits from Louisiana.
I know, because it's weird, because grapefruits are in season, but they seem like a summer thing. But
you would think so, but yeah, it's a winter fall thing.
Does it have kiwi in it? I don't know how I feel kiwi.
I love kiwi, but ooh, yeah, that does sound good.
Kiwi rising. We'll look that one up.
But kiwi doesn't really have much of a flavor.
That's what I was saying, but it kind of does.
It does, but like it's very light and it's more watery.
But that's why I'm thinking, like, combined with something, it could, like, is it, what style of beer is it? Come on, dipstick. Yeah, but I'm surprised. This one, the citrus is traditionally like a fall, winter, which is why you can get oranges right now for super cheap.
Yeah. Which I need to get some cuties.
Mm.
It's an IPL. Oh, an IPL.
What's an IPL?
It's an India Pale Lager.
Oh.
Which I love IPLs.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, we're over 21.
Today.
So it comes out in September. Ooh, yeah. I would love to try that. See, IPLs are definitely a style that I haven't really seen much of, but they've been on the rise recently.
That sounds really good. The blood orange wheat. The blood orange that I had at Austin Beer Works, I loved some of it, the flavor.
Oh, the clockwork orange. Yeah. Or something like that,
Like the movie.
Yes. Well, no, I was trying to remember if it is actually Clockwork Orange or if it was something like
something else.
But yeah, you can get it in 6-packs right now. Again, Austin Beer Works, something not everyone can get, but
yes, they're starting to come in cans, so you can get them here, at least in Texas and in Austin. I don't know about all of Texas, but they do come in cans, so that's nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I would love to try this.
Bloodwork orange, yep. Bloodwork orange. Thank you. And hi, Scruffy.
Hey, Scruffy. I forgot to text you earlier to tell you that I was... Oh, Bloodwork orange. That's what it is, yeah.
I literally just said that twice. I love you. You're my favorite.
I forgot to text you and tell you I was on. Whatever.
Who's Scruffy?
Aaron.
Oh.
Fourth room is someone else. He's out of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
He does a...
Cool story.
Aaron
Okay, good. I'm not crazy that I automatically went there.
Yes, he's local Aaron, not Pacific.
Closer proximity, Aaron.
He's Texas Aaron, not Aaron, worldly Aaron, I guess. I don't know. How are you going to explain? Aussie Aaron, sure.
That's all I know. Aussie Aaron.
Aussie Aaron.
Aussie Aaron.
Aussie Aaron and Texie Aaron.
Austin Aaron. Aussie Aaron. Austin Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, Neo? Is that what's bothering you? I know, they're super...
That
like
bothers the hell out of me, too.
Creepy guy. Hold on. I can't get him up. Get him out!
All right. Well, cool. So, yeah, that's all I really had. I mean...
That's good. Right? I feel like we experienced some good beers.
Yeah.
We have to do some...
We discussed some fun things.
Yes. Are you calling me easy, Goldie? Or is Neo calling me easy? I don't understand.
I think he's saying, like, beads equals easy pickings.
I know. So, I'm easy? Or... Wait.
Well,
yeah.
I'm the one...
Goldie's just like, yes.
I'm the one with the beads still on, though.
This is true.
So I think he...
I mean, you showed more cleavage than I did today, I think.
Yeah. I showed more hair. I meant more forehead.
Okay, I was like, are you kidding? You was a super fruit. Does it mean I get vitamins if I eat them? I'm sorry. I had to.
What is that one? Oh, Soko. Soko. Bleh.
Soko is so nasty. That's not. I really actually like Soko.
Alright, now I want to really find this Kiwi Rising.
I know. Where is Jack Abbey? Like, what?
It's Massachusetts. Framingham, Massachusetts.
Framingham. That sounds like a fun place.
It sounds like a brewery that really cared that the Patriots lost. They would. I'm sure someone there cared.
All right. Well, we have plenty of weeks to... Shut up, Goldie. Get hisser? What's a hisser?
Goldie, you're sober. How are you writing like this?
She always writes like that. Wait, who? At least what's his name is in here who asked everyone out? Who was it last time I was in her stream, someone was like, are you single? We should hook up. And I was like, do you even live anywhere near me?
Do you mean Rough Rider?
Yes.
Oh.
And apparently he does that to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Like,
special.
we were just talking about Rough Rider yesterday.
I bet you do, Dipstick. I bet you do.
Yeah.
Because Massachusetts, I mean, it gets cold. And when it's cold, you just gotta drink to stay warm.
Man. And on that note, no, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, we'll
on
come
that
up
note,
with a good
we'll come up with something.
2 weeks from now. No, 3 weeks from now.
3 weeks from now, we will be back. We have not thought of the theme for that, but we'll figure something out. And check us out on Twitter at what's_the_hops.
And we're both on Untapped, and so I was gonna upload my ratings from today. So we'll decide whether or not we'll put our our stuff on the Twitter so you can look us up and follow us there.
I definitely put my Untapped profile on there.
I'll put mine up on Twitter so you can follow me if you'd like.
If you don't know what Untapped is, it's a beer app, or it's a beer rating app. More of a social thing too. It's kind of like Facebook if you wanted to rate the beers and see what your friends are drinking.
And where they got it.
And how you can get it.
Yeah.
It'll even tell you, like, hey, is it around the corner from you? So I really like it. I've been doing it for about 4 years now.
And I've only really had it for a couple of months. I actually had it here in Port City is where I downloaded it.
Yes.
I was with my brother, and that's my favorite brewery out in Washington, D.C. Actually, technically, it's in Alexandria.
It's in Virginia.
It's in, Alexandria is in Virginia.
I know. Anyhow, but yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, that way if you were like, hey, I did want to try that beer, what did they rate it? You can go on and see. Or if you just have other people that you want to tell how you feel about beer, totally do it.
It's the name of the app is Untapped,
UN,
but with no E on the end.
Yeah, UNTAPPD. Thank you, Goldie.
Except I spelled it right.
She mostly spelled it right.
For the most part, yeah.
It just was things were.
But I will update, or I will put Cease's on there as well, so that you can follow her as well.
It should just be Wonders Never Cease again. That's what I use for everything.
Is it underscores on it, or?
No, it's...
But either way, I'll have a link to that so that you can join her as well.
So let's see. Just so it's confirmation from me. So no, we'll be back on March 4th.
March 4th sounds correct.
Sunday, March 4th.
So let's see who's on.
It's daylight savings time. Going into St. Patrick's Day, which is on the 17th. It's that next Saturday. So we could either do St. Patrick's Day on the 18th or on the 11th. So, but we'll figure out what to do for the 4th coming up soon. Oh, I was looking up my Untapped name. Sorry.
Yes, while you're looking that up, I'm looking at who to raid. Oh, Rad did. Oh, thank you. And also the llama or Tay Llama. I never know.
Yay, Rad.
And Kelly.
Okay, so yeah, mine is just Wonders Never Cease, which is what I use.
It's Lely. Hi, Lely. Tay Llama.
Well, we've got to end this stream so Cease can go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, let's just go with...
And
let's see who's...
y'all are the best. That's true. If it isn't the shark dating sim, I'm just not interested.
Alright, you know what? Let's just do Stream British. Because why the hell not?
Neo, if you want to have a compliments battle, it is on. I will totally beat you because you are the shite.
Yeah, so we'll do Stream British.
No, you. No, you are. No, you guys hang up. No, you guys hang up. No, you guys hang up. No, you guys hang up first.
And what should our raid call be?
Mwah. Thanks so much, Dipstick. Thanks for letting us know about all those cool beers. We're definitely going to try to, look into that.
Yeah, Kelly, we don't have the command thing yet.
Team C's.
Boo, Team C's. I know. We'll work on that.
Demanding. So demanding. Oh, Goldie's taking it so personally. He's only Team C's on this particular stream where there is no Goldie. Okay, I'm not waiting anymore.
Okay, let's do...
Like, I need to pee. Poop.
How about we do, what's the hops is sharing the beers? How about we do that all one word, too? Because that's what a hashtag is. Sorry, it's tough trying to do things.
Don't you?
Yay, except that you already said you were Team C, so go fuck yourself. Just kidding. I'm always Team Red Castle. Alright, so we're going to do that for the raid call, because why the hell not? I don't know what else to do. So, thank you all for joining me. We'll do this again in 3 weeks at
March 4th.
1 p.m. March 4th. It could...
What's happened, stream bitch? I had to pee. You guys figure this out.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go with what I had. We'll figure it out the next time, because whatever. Alright. Alright, so thank you. Goodbye. Why am I not leaving here? And here we go.